Welcome to my YouTube channel LGBT Lesbians. This is a super audiobook burlesque. The best book I've ever read, you can't stop reading it. Burlesque video book drama. On my channel you will also find a lot of hot and sexy audiobooks about lesbian relationships, such as Stripper, Checkmate, Dance for Me and many others. Scenes of kissing, sex and hot relationships between girls, causing excitement, laughter, surprise, and sometimes tears of sadness and joy. Happy listening and pure emotions to everyone. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss a single wonderful episode. So fucking good. You were so fucking good. Camila practically screams in Lauren's ear when she scoops her up into a hug. Lauren is a mess of exhausted giggles as she throws her arms around Camila, letting Camila tug her to her chest. The other girls clamor around them, complimenting Lauren, but they've all seen her do this before. Camila's the only one who is blown away. She lets the other girls collect themselves at their vanities, changing, starting to pack up, but she keeps Lauren to herself, hugging her. That was, like, the most amazing thing I've ever seen, she tells her. Lauren is laughing and can't seem to stop. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You really liked it? Duh, Camila pulls back only to cup Lauren's face in her hands. It was incredible. You're incredible. Did you notice I sang Paramore? Lauren asks, a shit-eating grin on her face. Camila rolls her eyes good-naturedly, her hands dropping down to Lauren's waist, to the silky fabric of her dress. Gee, Camila jokes, I wonder who could have inspired you. Lo. Lauren is spinning out of Camila's grasp and into Lucy, letting the older brunette embrace her in such a similar way that Camila suddenly feels cold all over. She watches as Lauren lets Lucy kiss both her cheeks, run her fingers through her silky dark hair, and there's this ridiculous, illogical pull in her chest. Hey, hot stuff. Ariana sidles up behind her, reaching out to squeeze her hip. Sucks, doesn't it? She murmurs, her breath warm against Camila's ear. You want her and you can't have her. Camila whirls around and jabs Ariana's collarbone accusingly. You're such a dick, she says, but the self-satisfied look on Ariana's face is enough to make Camila duck her head and chuckle despite herself. You're so rude, I hate you. Ariana's glossy lips curl up into her signature alluring smirk. But you're still coming home with me tonight, yeah? Ay Jesus. Camila stops to stare at her. Were you serious about that? Dead serious. Ariana traces her finger along Camila's jawline, tucking her loose, wavy hair behind her ear. What, you weren't? I literally can't fuck you, Ariana, we just met. Her resolve is quickly slipping. It's no secret how undeniably sexy Ariana is. And Camila is buzzing with energy from her night at House of Hernandez and she's high-strung with frustration about Lauren, frustration she doesn't completely understand. She could use this. Ariana is just looking at her expectantly. She doesn't bother making an argument. It seems like she knows Camila is going to give in anyway. If we do, Camila says, it's not going to mean anything. Less than nothing, Ariana replies. She's so flippant, so cool, so collected. It's still somehow attractive, even though it should be infuriating. She shoulders her bag and offers her hand to Camila, which she takes. Camila, at her name, both Ariana and Camila turn around, and Ariana squeezes her hand in a way that might be seen as comforting if Ariana wasn't such a bitch. Lucy is grinning at her, Lauren at her side, practically clinging to Lucy's arm. Well, Lucy says, If it wasn't obvious, you're hired. Yay! Lauren claps excitedly, like a child. It's exceedingly adorable. Lucy seems to think so too, because she looks at Lauren in such a fond, affectionate way. Camilla suddenly feels like she's intruding on the two. She tries her best not to let her distaste show on her face. Thank you so much, she tells Lucy, and it comes out stiffer than she wants it to, but she can't help it. I won't let you guys down, I promise. I know you won't. God damn it. Lucy is so nice. It's not her fault Lauren is apparently the clingiest person in the world. Come in tomorrow at 10, okay? That's when we start rehearsals. Allie will text you the full rehearsal schedule sometime tonight. Do you own any dance shoes? Camilla shakes her head. Not like the heels, no. Ariana chimes in. Mila, you can borrow a pair of my old ones. We're probably a similar size. And when you get your paycheck, we'll take you shopping and you can get everything you need, okay? She rubs Camilla's knuckles with her thumb, one smooth, slow movement. Judging by their faces, Lucy and Lauren have clued in to the changed dynamic between the two. What's going on here? Lauren's nose is scrunched up. She detaches herself from Lucy's arm, ticking a finger between the two of them. What happened while I was performing? Camilla can't gauge what emotion her expression is saying. She looks more than confused. None of your business, Ariana says airily. She tugs Camilla closer to her. See you tomorrow, Ariana calls over her shoulder, quickly herding Camilla towards the spiral staircase leading down to the backstage area. They're about halfway down the staircase when they both hear Dinah, unmistakably, yell after them shrilly, "Practice safe sex, please." Camilla bursts out laughing. Ariana is chuckling, too, holding on to Camilla's arm like a lifeline so she doesn't fall in her heels as they make their way down the stairs. I mean, I'm clean, Ariana tells her. You? Same. Camilla is still giggling. Well, when they get to the bottom of the stairs, Ariana slings one of her tan, toned arms around her. Glad we got that cleared up. This sends Camilla off into another fit of laughter. She can practically feel Ariana's good-natured scowl on the side of her face. What, you psycho? Cleared up, Camilla gets out between her giggles. Like an STD? An STD clears up? Camilla, that doesn't even make sense. That's barely a pun. God, you're so lucky you're pretty. Ariana and Camilla both wave at the bartender as they pass the bar. Otherwise you'd be fucked, because you're an idiot. Jesus Christ, Zendaya's right, you do thrive on being a bitch. I think she said a cunt, actually. Literally, fuck off. The moment they get to Ariana's car, before Camilla can open the door, Ariana pins her against the passenger side and kisses her. Camilla smiles into it, and Ariana must notice because she pulls back. What? She brushes Camilla's hair away from her face. Ariana's nude lipstick is slightly smudged around her mouth now, and Camilla imagines a good amount of it must be on her own lips too. Nothing. Camilla grins up at her. Kissing girls. It feels good. Ariana snorts, but she dips down for another kiss. You're so lame, she says when they separate, but she opens the door for her, letting Camilla climb inside her car. When they pull out of the parking lot, Ariana takes one hand off the steering wheel and places it possessively on Camilla's thigh. Camilla glares at her. That's unsafe, she says. Don't you know you need to have two hands on the wheel to be an effective driver? Yeah, Ariana slides her hand further up Camilla's thigh, underneath her skirt, and she smirks at the gasp that escapes from Camila's mouth. You really want me to stop? Ariana doesn't do anything but tease her through LA traffic, leaning over at red lights to kiss her neck. It's uncharacteristically sweet, but Ariana clearly likes being in control, which Camila pretty much knew at first glance from her whole dominatrix aesthetic she's got going on. It just makes her even hotter. Ariana's apartment is nice, decorated in an almost vintage way, but altogether very expensive and well kept. She has a dog, too. His name is Toulouse and he's absolutely adorable, and Camila coos at him when she sees him, kneeling down and petting his stomach. Ariana watches her, arms crossed, leaning against the wall as she kicks off her platform heels. Are you going to pay attention to Toulouse all night, she asks, or are we going to fuck? You're so annoying. Camila rises, letting Toulouse scamper away from her, and walks over to Ariana. With both their heels off, Ariana does stand a couple inches shorter than her, but she quickly takes control, whirling them around so she can pin Camila to the wall. Fuck, Camila half moans, running her hands through Ariana's hair, which is just as perfect and smooth as it looks. Please don't give me too many hickeys. I want to look at least a little professional for my first day on the job. Ariana emerges from where she's sucking on Camila's neck to give her an evil little smile. Sure, babe, I'll be careful, she drawls, and then she ducks back down to bite her skin even harder. Jesus fuck, Ariana, please turn your alarm off. Camila wakes up to the shrill beeping and quickly throws her arm over her face, blocking out the sunlight that's streaming through the blinks. MMF, she pokes Ariana in the thigh. The brunette is already sitting up, scrolling through her phone, and Camila squints at her. Hey, how are you up already? Ariana reaches over to her nightstand to turn off her alarm. She leans over to peck Camila's forehead, and it's startlingly domestic. Early riser, Ariana says, putting her phone on the bed. She opens her arms, tugging Camila to her side. Her skin is pleasantly warm, and Camila realizes that Ariana's hair is already wet and her face is free of makeup. She must have just showered. She still looks flawless even without her signature glossy lips and thick winged eyeliner, softer, less intimidating, but still just as pretty. Camila buries her face in Ariana's neck. She smells so good. Last night was fun, she says. No feelings, Ariana reminds her. Camila laughs into her neck, looping her arms around Ariana's waist, and she feels Ariana's shoulders shake with laughter. You're such a bitch. I'm telling you, you were good in bed, not putting a ring on your finger. Don't flatter yourself. You were great too, babe, Ariana tells her, smoothing her hands over Camila's hair. Better than I thought you'd be, anyway. Camila's mouth drops open. Fuck you. You already did, Ariana deadpans, and Camila rolls her eyes, but she can't help snickering. I hate you, she says. She glances over at the open blinds. Hey, what time is it? 8:30. We have a while before we have to be at the club. Ariana throws back the sheets and starts to climb out of bed, and Camila pouts as her warm body leaves her. You want breakfast? I have cereal, oatmeal, coffee, if you want some. I could use some coffee. Ariana tosses her a t-shirt to put on, and they both go to Ariana's kitchen. Ariana has quite the collection of Keurig pods, and everything in her kitchen is so neat and tidy that Camila is suddenly embarrassed of what a disaster she knows her dorm room is. Of no fault of her own, of course. Her roommates, though she likes them just fine, are not great at keeping things clean. Camila starts heating up the water in Ariana's Keurig while she watches the shorter woman move around her kitchen. Absent-mindedly, her fingers drift to her collarbone. Oh, God. She moves to check her reflection in Ariana's oven, and sees the angry red-purple marks on her neck and chest. There are only 3 or 4, but they're so dark and so obvious. Ariana, I told you not to mark me up. Everyone at House of Hernandez is going to think I'm such a slut. Ariana chuckles at her. She's pouring 2 bowls of cereal as Toulouse rubs against her legs. I have some color corrector. And lots of concealer. If you're really that concerned, we can cover them up. But trust me, no one at House of Hernandez has any place to judge you. The amount of girls we've caught having sex in the dressing room. She shakes her head as she moves to the fridge. Are you fine with dairy milk? Camila nods, and Ariana retrieves the glass container and nudges the fridge shut with her hip. When Laura and Monty were still together, we used to walk in on them fucking all the time. It was insane. She gets this wicked gleam in her eye as she turns to Camila. Sorry, you probably don't want to hear about your crush getting it on with someone else. Shut up, she's not my crush, I just met her, Camila retorts. You just met me and we already had sex. Well, she can't argue with that. Touché. Camila takes one of the many ceramic mugs by the Keurig and pops in one of the cups. As she makes her coffee, something nags at the back of her brain, something that she put aside while she and Ariana were caught up in their little moment. Hey, Ariana, is it true that Allie has a rule against cast members dating each other?
Support the channel with a reaction and write a comment under the video. Thank you very much for staying with me on the channel and subscribing.